Hello everybody and welcome to Quake Pro League. My name is Freya and today I am joined by cha1n. So firstly, thank you so much for taking the time out to join me today. I just want to talk about, you've kind of had several up and downs throughout the QPL so far, but many would consider your current form to be the strongest that we've seen yet. What kind of changed to facilitate this string of strong results we've been seeing recently?
I think the first thing I had to work on was my mental game. I really had to work on being clutch and staying focused throughout the whole game. Before, I would kind of be able to tell before going into the game, even if I was going to win or lose, just based on my own mental state. But now I know how to prepare myself and always have like my ideal form going in.
Yeah, it's interesting you kind of note about that. What has kind of changed in terms of your practice and preparation? Is there anything you're kind of doing differently in terms of practicing in-game for these matches?
Yeah, I started taking practice more seriously. Before, I would just be playing just for the sake of playing and not thinking about what I was doing during my practice. Now I'm kind of making notes of what of errors I'm making in my game and just making sure not to make them again every time I play. Basically, I know it'll still happen, but you have to try to work it in your habits to eliminate them.
At the end of stage 1, we had 3 NA players in the top 10. Now we have between 4 and 5, as yourself and Nosfer have been able to jump into the top 10. Do you feel that there's any sort of noticeable skill differences between between the regions, or is anyone's stage to take right now?
I definitely think EU is on average much stronger than NA. Over the course of QPL, however, like NA has probably improved more than EU. Like a lot of players are getting much better and they're getting up to that level. But I don't think anyone will argue that EU is not stronger. Like EU is definitely basically come any tournament, any of them could probably take it. Whereas I doubt you could say the same for NA, and that's just being brutally honest. But it's nice to see NA is catching up. Like, for example, Effortless has really stepped up his game, I would say. I always have trouble playing him for whatever reason. I don't know if it's play styles or whatever, but he's honestly pretty tough for me.
So just going back to Poland, you managed to take wins over both Cooler and cha1n. Can you kind of talk us through your mental state before the game?
So against Cooler, I remember, so I had to beat Effortless actually. And then the winner between me and Effortless would play the loser of Cooler and Avik in the last lower bracket game of the day. And I remember thinking I was hoping to play Avik. I just felt more confident against him for whatever reason. But then it ended up being that I had to play Cooler. And I wasn't, I guess, super excited at that fact, but I remember the map picks and chant picks went good for me. And I sort of had a feeling that Coolers kind of seemed burnt out a little bit. And I was still feeling really good. So before the game, I actually, took some time and focused up, and I was feeling pretty good going into it. I know the first map on Vale I lost, but I wasn't really fazed by that. The next game I played really, really good. Like, there was no chance in the map that I felt like I was going to lose. And then the last game, I felt that my picks were just much stronger there. It was Athena versus Anarchy on Blood Covenant, and that's just I think that favors Athena a lot. So it felt pretty good. And then it was an overtime win against him. So that was I was impressed with myself on how I was able to keep calm and still make the plays that I needed to make in order to win that map. So it was obviously like the first really good player that I beat at LAN. All my previous LANs, to be honest, have been pretty subpar. But yeah, it felt really good. Cooler's obviously a really good player, and he has a lot of experience. I think one of the players that has the most experience. To be fair, I don't think he played his best game against me. But I do still have to take the fact that it is cooler, and that I was able to beat someone with that LAN experience. So it boosted my confidence in my gameplay, and it makes me feel like I can beat anyone. There are still basically just 2 players that I have a hard time of realistically seeing myself beat right now. Other than those 2, being Razy and Rafa, everyone else I feel like I can, if I put in the practice and the proper preparation, I think it'll be a good matchup for me.
So obviously this week we'll see you taking on Dramis. You've played twice with the wins going in your favour, both times. Can you kind of talk us through your preparation for this match, and how do you feel kind of playing against Dramis's playstyle?
So Dramis, I've played against him, with him a lot. To be honest, I think I have a little bit of an edge over him, especially because, like you said, basically every time I've played him in tournament, I've usually come on top. Dramis is very mechanically good player. He has really good aim and really good movement, especially on Slash and Strog and stuff. I think I'm just able to predict him pretty well, so that gives me an edge, and then maybe whatever mental edge I have over him by the fact that I beat him most of the time, maybe that plays a factor in his attitude towards our matchup.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm very excited to see that go down this week, and well, thank you so much for taking the time to join me, and good luck in your week's matches.
Thank you so much.